Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, Stay Free successful. What's next as Elections Alberta approves the pro-separation petition? A glimpse into history behind the scenes of a Canadian Heritage Minute being filmed in Alberta. And birds of a feather, why two people are gearing up to cycle across 2 continents.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
Elections Alberta has finished verifying a pro-separation petition. It says it received enough valid signatures to prompt a referendum question under provincial legislation. CTV's Connor Hogg is here with more on this breaking development. So, Connor, what does this decision mean?
Matt, it means the petition reached the bar set by the Citizen Initiative Act. However, the referendum question the separatists want is still in legal limbo. The court found First Nations consultation is needed before it's put forward. An appeal is underway. Despite that, petition organizers say this galvanizes their movement, and they plan to put more pressure on the Premier.
She promised that our question would be on the ballot if we had the requisite number of signatures. Now we have the requisite number of signatures, and she's still campaigning against us having our question on the ballot. Everybody feels vindicated, but we're extremely angry over the fact that they've decided to disenfranchise 50,000 Albertans. There's no excuse for that.
Elections Alberta says over 286,000 signatures were gathered by the separatist group Stay Free Alberta. More than 222,000 of those were verified. 177,000 are required under provincial legislation. Elections Alberta also says none of the seeded names from the leaked list of electors distributed by the Centurion Project were found. One political scientist says this may help the separatists' cause.
It generates a little bit more in the way of attention on the arguments being made by separatists. And the reality is, both in terms of fundraising and in terms of news coverage, the separatist cause has done better than the federalist cause has up until this point. That hasn't moved things in the polls so far, but it does suggest that there is a little bit more in the way of momentum and energy.
CTV News has reached out to the Premier's office for comment. We are awaiting a response. Matt?
All right, Connor Hogg live in studio tonight. Thank you. Frustration is mounting for people living in Mundare over a deadly intersection leading into the community. A 17-year-old girl was killed there 1 year ago. As CTV's Amanda Anderson reports, promised safety improvements still haven't arrived.
We just need to get the word out.
A small crowd gathers on the side of the highway to see a new addition placed at the memorial for a 17-year-old girl killed here 1 year ago.
Her personality lit up the room all the time. It's just, there are no words really to describe her because she was so great.
It's still tough, right? So, and when kids work for me, they become one of my own, so.
Anya Paulsett was driving home from work at this intersection of Highway 16 and 855 when she was hit by a semi and killed. This large sign, her father's way of raising awareness for change.
Safety of everybody else.
Her death prompted calls on the province to build an overpass at this location leading into Mundare.
It should have been done years ago. I hope they are keeping to their word and saying that they are going to be doing something about it.
Bernie Paulsett says he spoke with Alberta's transportation minister in December.
He told me, his words were, this project is getting over the finish line. I just never asked him, when's this finish line?
A spokesperson from the minister's office wasn't able to give us an anticipated construction date either. They say work is in the early design phase and they are committed to building an overpass.
Seeing her going for what she wants, I think she would want us to go for what we want, and what we want is we want this overpass.
Paulsett is encouraging people to visit the Project Anya website, where letters to government can be signed, sending a message about the community's urgency to see the overpass built.
My thought, maybe God's plan is he had to take Anya to get me to do what I'm doing, to get this done.
Paulsett says the sign will stay at the side of the highway until shovels are in the ground to build the new overpass. Amanda Anderson, CTV News, near Mundare.
Data from Stats Canada shows crime severity is down across the country, including in Edmonton and across Alberta. New crime severity index numbers show the drop. The CSI measures the volume and severity of crime across 149 RCMP jurisdictions in Alberta. The RCMP says 72% of those jurisdictions saw a drop between 2024 and 2025. It also says Alberta is sitting at its lowest CSI score since 2014.
When we talk to communities, when we talk to elected officials, we're receiving very positive feedback, and that again is what we're striving for. We want not only the reality that crime is going down, we want the perception and the trust and confidence in communities that crime is going down. And right now, I'll be honest, we're doing very well with that, which makes me happy.
The RCMP says it has embraced new technologies like drones, enhanced its real-time operations center to improve response times, and created community response teams to provide focused outreach and targeted enforcement. Edmonton is seeing a record number of mosquitoes this summer. The latest numbers from the city show more than 20,000 of the little buggers caught per trap. For some people, a mosquito bite comes with more than an itch. It may require medical treatment. CTV's Naramanisa explains.
That's the mosquito right down there.
In one small water sample, mosquito expert Mike Jenkins finds a newly hatched one. We're at record levels for mosquitoes in Edmonton in the past decade.
The mosquitoes now are currently laying more eggs. Each one is laying probably dozens of eggs. So as each rainfall comes and we're getting successive generations of mosquitoes, they're building the population more and more.
Latest numbers from the city shows the mosquito population doubling from the start of the month. City traps are currently catching an average of just over 20,000 mosquitoes each.
It's relatively bad. I have actually used mosquito repellent several times this year, which I haven't in probably 5-6 years.
And as we see an increase in the number of mosquitoes, we're also seeing the increase in a number of so-called Skeeter syndrome cases. That is when children are getting adverse reactions to mosquito bites, some of them resulting in needing medical attention.
Do your mosquito bites get super red and swollen? Well, you might have something called Skeeter syndrome.
The ER doctor says people are coming to the hospital thinking the bite is infected. It's a local reaction to a mosquito saliva. Dr. Shazma Mathani says most cases clear up with an antihistamine and a cool compress. For families at this North Edmonton playground, the bites have been unbearable.
Yeah, my son has had kind of toonie-sized welts on his legs this summer.
We are more so just like itchy from them. The girls, put calamine lotion or the like afterbite stuff on.
It gets a little red and it starts swelling a little bit. Just big bumps on my legs. Sometimes if I get really bad ones, they're like really big.
Jenkins says we should be at our peak for mosquito numbers with the expectation the population will dwindle starting next month. Naramanisa, CTV News, Edmonton.
An artist at K-Days is bringing the outdoors inside. Jason Carter created these large illuminated sculptures of different animals, including bears, wolves, and buffalo. He says he's been creating pieces like this for the past 10 to 15 years. Carter is from Little Red River Cree Nation, more than 7 hours north of Edmonton. He says he draws a lot of his inspiration from his heritage.
For me, as an Indigenous artist, I like to explore my indigeneity through artwork, be it sculptural work and painting. And in this scenario, it's these specific animals that are all very powerful symbols of nature and Canada.
If you're at K-Days, you can view Carter's pieces in Hall E inside the Edmonton Expo Centre. K-Days says it's seeing strong interest this year. Early numbers show through Wednesday about 11% more people went to the fair than at the same time last year. Traffic into the grounds has been an issue. K-Days says it has increased police traffic support around the site to manage driver congestion. K-Days is asking for patience as it expects this weekend to be busy with the addition of the Post Malone and Jelly Roll concerts at Commonwealth Stadium. Well, Corey, let's hope the weather cooperates for this weekend for once.
Well, it doesn't look like it will tomorrow, Matt. It looks like it's going to be quite the storm weather as we go throughout as we go throughout tomorrow. As we take a look outside right now, we still have some smoke haze here in the city. We are back under an air quality warning once again. Now getting smoke from the southwest. So it was from the north, now it's from the southwest. Fires in BC. So we were seeing smoke from fires in the north, now coming in from fires in the southwest and from BC. As we take a look, severe weather thunderstorm risk. Edmonton to Edson, Whitecourt, and then Rocky. High thunderstorm risk for tomorrow. Could see winds develop if we see some storms come through and build up. Possible winds associated with those could be 90 to 110 kilometers per hour. Possibility of hail, about 4 to 6 centimeters in size, and there's a tornado risk as well. So Edmonton to Edson, Whitecourt, and then Rocky as well. The areas in yellow, Cold Lake, Lloyd, Red Deer, Hinton, Grand Prairie, could see some strong winds as well. Storms possible to bring about 20 to 30 millimeter and a little bit smaller hail. So we really need to pay attention to conditions tomorrow as they will be changing, especially once we get into the supper hour and evening. But for tonight, it should be fairly calm and quiet. Back under an air quality warning, Grand Cache, Whitecourt, us here in Edmonton, and then east towards Vermilion. And then we are also under a heat warning. Daytime highs in and around 30. And as we go throughout the overnight, not a big cool down. 29 right now here in the city. For tonight into tomorrow, 16 for a low. For tomorrow, 28 for a high. Then it looks like about 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. we could see some thunderstorms. Sunday, a little quieter at 25. Overnight, a risk of thunderstorms, and 25 on Monday. I'll take a look at your 5-day forecast coming up next, Matt.
All right, Corey, thank you. Coming up next on CTV News, capturing a heroic moment. We go behind the scenes of a new Canadian Heritage Minute being shot in Alberta.
So we're recreating Afghanistan here in the Alberta Prairie.
Brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
From Terry Fox's Marathon of Hope to the discovery of insulin, Heritage Minutes have been highlighting Canada's history for 35 years. Historica Canada is in Alberta this week to film a new minute at the military base in Wainwright. It tells the little-known story of an Afghanistan war veteran in a moment of heroism. CTV's Jeremy Thompson takes us behind the scenes.
3, 2, 1, action!
This film crew has come to an isolated part of Canadian Forces Base Wainwright to shoot a new Canadian Heritage Minute.
So we're recreating Afghanistan here in the Alberta Prairie, and it seems to really work. You know, I think there's enough sand.
It's the story of Captain Jonathan Snyder, a veteran who served 2 tours in Afghanistan. Snyder was leading a group of Canadian and Afghan soldiers on a patrol in 2008 when they were ambushed, surrounded on 3 sides by insurgents.
The scene they're filming now captures the moments after the ambush, where Captain Snyder remains calm and tells his troops what to do, both in English and the Afghan language, Pashtun.
You need to return fire! Your men need to fire back!
It's a good story about someone that was real, and they did something great. So it feels very special to be part of that.
The Afghan soldiers were in training. Captain Snyder managed to lead them out of what seemed like an impossible situation, saving nearly 100 lives.
I think it's humbling, for me anyways, to know that this is just pretend for us, but to just try and honor it as best we can and make it a tribute to the men and women that serve.
Historica Canada has filmed more than 100 Heritage Minutes. Lately, there's been a shift towards telling more recent stories of Canadian excellence.
Fight back! See? Fight back!
To help with historical accuracy, the crew consulted soldiers on the base who served in Afghanistan and spoke with some who knew Captain Snyder, who died 3 days after the ambush depicted in the minute.
It's invaluable, to be honest, like people that have been there and just small details that can get overlooked.
The goal is, for people who knew him to say, yeah, that's the guy I knew, that's him.
The finished product will air on TV and Historica Canada's socials in November as a lead-in to Remembrance Day. Jeremy Thompson, CTV News, Wainwright.
Down but not out, the Edmonton team in the Amazing Race Canada managed to stay alive this week.
Shayla and Cheyenne, you are team number 8.
Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry.
Amazing Race Canada contestants Shayla and Cheyenne came in last, but stayed alive last episode after a 90-minute penalty was applied to the second last team. Today, the sisters told CTV Your Morning they thought they had been eliminated until the very last minute. It was an emotional episode as they were also in Jasper.
We were also surrounded by such devastation with the forest fires and the damage that it did. So it was really weird how we're looking at all this devastation while feeling such devastation.
In a place that like we grew up going to, you know, it's like we grew up like pretty poor, right? So vacations to us were like going camping in Jasper and like spending time in nature, like exactly.
The Amazing Race airs on Tuesdays on CTV. You can also watch the next day on Crave. Still to come tonight on CTV News, the Edmonton Elks keep their winning streak alive while on the road.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
57 yards for the win for Edmonton. Down, kicked.
Edmonton Elks snatched a last-second victory away from the Saskatchewan Roughriders last night in Regina. The Elks held the West Division with 6 wins and 1 loss this season. They'll meet the Riders again next Saturday, this time in Edmonton. Corey, hopefully the air quality is a little better by then. We just learned we now have an air quality warning.
Yeah.
I was getting my warnings and watches mixed up.
Back under a warning. The air quality has just deteriorated as we've gone throughout the day today. As we look outside, we can see the haze quite clearly, kind of masking or blurring downtown a little bit. Temperature, we're sitting at 29, so it's warm as well. Wind on the light side coming in from the west. Now, tomorrow we'll see more of an easterly flow at points, which is good because there's no smoke to the east. It's all coming in from the west and southwest now. We're tapping into the smoke from the BC wildfires that are coming up from southern areas in the southwestern parts of the province. As we take a look at current air quality health index numbers, we are at a 9, so a high. Health risk tomorrow projected to be a 6, so it will improve tomorrow a little bit, more so on Sunday. The north, that's where we'll find the better air quality, 1 to 3 for today and tomorrow for Fort McMurray and Grand Prairie. Red Deer right now 10 plus, extreme health risk. Tomorrow a 7, so still high. Calgary right now a 7, tomorrow a 6, but we'll see how that plays out. With the smoke coming in from the west-southwest, they could see their air quality deteriorate once again tomorrow as well. As we take a look at sky conditions, fairly clear in our area and to the south. It's to the north where we're seeing a little bit more cloud areas. Northwest of Fort McMurray and just west of Fort McMurray, we are seeing some scattered showers there, possibly some little storms building up. That's the case. Oh, there we go, just west of Lac La Biche. Those are tracking eastward. For us right now, fairly clear, just a lot of smoke haze. As we take a look at the future cast, we should remain on the clear side as we go throughout the evening. The storms could pass through Cold Lake and start to build up a little bit more into Saskatchewan. Tomorrow, we see mainly sunny sky once again. It's once we get into the supper hour, we've got some big storms developing to the west-northwest. Those will track eastward. Could see some good storms. It looks like for us here in the city, 6 to about 1 a.m., but it does start a little bit earlier to the west and then tracking eastward. But as we look here, lots of reds, dark reds, could be very heavy as far as rain is concerned. Possible hail and strong winds associated with those, and it brings a tornado risk as well. 29 right now, 28 Cold Lake, 29 in Fort McMurray, Calgary 31 degrees. As we take a look at tomorrow's low, we'll start off around 18, 16 in Fort McMurray and 18 in Calgary. For tomorrow, temperatures in the mid to high 20s, Cold Lake 29, Vegreville 28, Whitecourt could see some supper hour storms there. Red Deer 26 and feeling the 30s, possibly 37 for Medicine Hat tomorrow. For us here in Edmonton, as we go throughout the evening, just a little bit of cloud, but smoky, 16 to start tomorrow. And then again, 6 p.m. to about 1 a.m., could see some good storms roll through the Edmonton area. If you have plans outside, be mindful of changing conditions. You may have to go inside. 25 on Sunday, 25 on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, a risk of thunderstorms once again. Matt.
All right, Corey, thank you. Sylvan Lake RCMP say they sent close to 200 paddle boarders back to shore last weekend because they were missing crucial safety equipment. Paddle boarders need a Canadian-approved life jacket, some sort of sound device like a whistle, and a floating rope in case of an emergency. At night, a waterproof flashlight is also required. Police say paddle boarders without the required equipment could face fines up to $300. With a potential strike looming, WestJet is allowing some passengers to rebook their flights at no charge. The airline says anyone with a flight booked between July 30th and August 4th can either cancel or change their flight once for free. It says it's committed to providing passengers with greater flexibility and confidence in their travel plans. WestJet says negotiations with the union representing its cabin crew are progressing. If a deal is not reached, though, the 4,400 union members could strike as early as August 2nd. When we return, a migratory match. Why a scientist and an extreme athlete are following birds by bike across 2 continents.
He agreed to ride 30,000 kilometers briefly after meeting me.
CTV News at 5 continues.
A scientist and an extreme athlete are flocking together for a 30,000-kilometer bike ride that will take them across 2 continents. Along the way, the Edmonton duo will be tracking the migratory paths of a species of bird. CTV's Curtis Goodrum has more.
Carry that with you as a reminder of the big expedition that you're on.
Gifts from friends, speeches from family, and cheers of support. This is the last time loved ones will see Leanna Carrier before she sets off on a 9-month journey.
I've been a personal trainer for 20 years, so I definitely didn't go into this blindly.
She's cycling 30,000 kilometers from the edge of Alaska to the tip of Argentina to track the migratory path of the whimbrel. She won't be alone.
I'm excited to understand what does it actually take a bird to embark on such an outrageous journey.
Tim Dobert from the University of Alberta says this will be the first time people have physically followed a bird species along a global flight path. He's had the idea for 5 years.
The flyways are the corridors that birds migrate, and something just clicked, and I was like, this would be incredibly crazy, but also super powerful to emulate those journeys.
So he agreed to ride 30,000 kilometers briefly after meeting me, but he said, he had a similar idea, and he's like, we need to create more impact than just riding a record or just riding kind of a highway for an athletic feat.
The cycling science team plans to teach students about their journey along the way.
We get to start with these virtual classrooms, and along the flyway these kids get to follow us. So I'm most excited about seeing the group of kids that follow us from start to finish.
Dobert hopes more people connect with nature through this journey.
Now is the time to tell stories and bring people on board and get people excited.
The team will begin their trip from Prudhoe Bay on August 1st. Curtis Goodrum, CTV News, Edmonton.
And that's our show. Thanks for watching. CTV News continues right now.